In this slice, ICP staking, what has changed in recent years. Proposal to list Tendy in NNS, how it went down. Dragginz, the game that will change everything about the internet computer. What are they up to right now? 5000SLICES, the new token on the internet computer. What's new? These and more in this slice. Keep watching. Hey guys, welcome to my slice info. In this slice, we want to talk about a lot of things, so hold your horses and keep watching. We're going to start with ICP staking because it's been a while we haven't talked about ICP staking, and we want to see what has changed so far about ICP staking. What has changed? Now we see a new interface, a new user interface. It looks cleaner, it's more organized, and I think more understandable. We have explanation about how voting power works and how to acquire voting power. And pretty much everything is like before. Some things we need to note, like you need to have a stake, and the amount of stake will contribute to the voting power, and you need to have a dissolve delay or not. Whether or not you have it would determine your age bonus right over here. And then we have the dissolve delay bonus that you get. Now if you have it longer, you have more bonus. If you have it less, you have less bonus. So let's start with the stake. So I'm staking this right now. I have some other stakes, but I thought I should just be open about this. This is all I got, guys. This is all I got. Just be open about this so I can easily show how it works without just using an empty account. At first I wanted to use an empty account with no ICP or one ICP, but I thought to use an account that has been staking for a while. So here we go. I could increase the stake and then earn more rewards in terms of voting power. Next, I could stop dissolving and get age bonus. So we want to try that, just see what happens. Stop dissolving. So we stop dissolving, and now you can see there's a percentage here, age bonus, and I think it's gonna take time for something to appear here, but before we didn't have any age bonus. Now it's 0%, so it should take some time. Next we have dissolve delay. We have 3 years, which I added like a day or two ago. We could add this to more years so we can get more voting power and dissolve delay bonus. We could increase that. Let's do 4, 5. This is how much we trust ICP. Do 5. You would notice that my voting power increased from 215 or something to 232. Let's confirm. Now dissolve delay bonus is 64%. Now remember that if we do like the whole 80 years, we're gonna have dissolve delay bonus of 100%. Now we're gonna hold on to 64 for now. This is how much trust we have for ICP, and we hold on to 64 and 5 years dissolve delay. And so that has increased my voting power to 232. That's it up here, and then we would notice there's something new down here, maturity. It's organized in such a way that we have maturity separately. earn reward by voting on proposals and or following active neurons. Now we have an option to stake majority. So before we used to merge this majority with your ICP staked, but now you can stake majority separately and then earn as well. So if we go over here, we'll have neuron plus staked majority. It's merged over here to give you your point of voting power. I had recently just staked this maturity over here, so I don't have any new maturity. If I have more, I could just keep staking until I have a lot of maturity that I staked, and that would increase my voting power over here. Next, we have the option to split neuron. I think we've always had this option. If you try to split a neuron, it means you separate this neuron into maybe two or more. It's up to you. But if you separate it, you can decide what you want to do with the other part of the neuron. Maybe you want to start dissolving that one faster, or you want to not dissolve that one and then dissolve another one. So that's an option you can use if, in case, let's say you need your ICP as soon as possible. You could split your neuron and then maybe reduce the time or the dissolve delay on the newer split, and then you would probably have, let's say, in 1 year or something. That's an option you can take. Following, you would notice I'm following a lot of neurons over here. Definitive Foundation, which is the biggest internet computer, and synapses.vote. I'm following a lot of neurons here. Every time they vote, they have voted for you as well. So this power adds to their power. This power right here. And also, if you're not following a neuron, you can vote by yourself, like signing into NNS and vote, or you can add a hotkey over here. Hotkey lets you vote from other apps like OpenChat. So if we go over to OpenChat, we would under profile settings and advanced, we would see our user ID, which we can copy and add as hotkey. And once you do that, you will be able to vote on NNS proposals group. Would be able to vote without adding the hotkey. You can't vote. So voting by yourself can help you still earn if the people you're following don't vote, because sometimes they don't vote. Maybe they're abstaining, and then you just go ahead and vote by yourself. Then you would get the reward for voting. Next, let's talk about Tendy. Tendy team made a proposal to be listed on NNS. The NNS is just right here. They made a proposal to be listed on NNS and also to create a wallet on NNS that would be able to receive every token on the internet computer. I mean, like every token, starting from DIP20 to extensions and all the tokens that we have on the internet computer. It was a really interesting proposal that I thought if it worked, that would really just bring like everything into NNS. But I'm feeling like ICP community were a little bit worried about this, to have every token on NNS, every token. And how do they propose it works? Like they were proposing to have an additional menu over here, maybe like a wallet or other tokens, and that would be a wallet that you can use to import other canister tokens, just like what happens on ICP swap, where you just import a canister and you have the token. They were proposing something similar to that, to have it on NNS here, in addition to these ones. So there was a little bit of debate on that. One of the members talked about or proposed that if something like that were to happen, then it should happen with ICRC1 and ICRC2 tokens, and not with every the older standards to go extinct, and then for people to focus on the new standards, like to be the newer standards to be more general and used by the community, and not have every standard being used. But Tendy's case, or Tendy's team's case, was that every token should be important, and if some tokens are ignored, they could depreciate, and which is something not very good. But I guess the last suggestion that was made over here is tokens could change to ICRC1, and then those could be transferred to NNS. Like they would consider that, like having tokens of the standard ICRC1 on NNS. And remember that every token on NNS, let's check the token list here. Every token on NNS right here, every token is a DAO, and in order to get here, you have to go through the decentralization sale and be successful, and then you would be able, or you would be added here. So no other token can be added here without going through the SNS. But Tendy was proposing something that would bring every token here, whether or not you go through SNS, and just for security, or to have people believe more on ICP, like just have everything in one place. But I guess the community or the leaders didn't see this as something that want to happen, so the proposal didn't pass. But who knows tomorrow? That's something that would be really looked forward to have other tokens here on NNS. Dragginz is a new game on the internet computer, a really interesting game that is being built by experts that have been building games for years. They're building this game on the internet computer, and that could change everything for ICP. So far on the website, there have been some updates. We can notice there's a gallery. There's a gallery with images, interesting images about the game, the concept, the exploration, the things that would happen, the different views and angles. Looks really interesting, and the characters really interesting and exciting. Looks like a game that one would really enjoy playing. Now let's go over here to home and see, hatch a baby dragon and go on adventures in a massive multiplayer fantasy world. So this could be really something big for the ICP if it eventually happens, and apparently it seems to be happening. And how do we know that? If we go over to the Discord, channel, we see a lot happening there. There's activity going on, there's dev work going on as well. Let's check out the game design over here. You see that they're working and then updating on what is going on. And initially people thought this was like a joke was something, but it's starting to look real. It's starting to look like they're actually building the game and it's gonna work. And to add to that, Dominic Williams, who is like the main man on ICP, stands for it as well. So we can see how this is something that is really gonna happen, and a lot of eyes are watching how this pans out. And just as a reminder, this was SNS1, which was a DAO on the first ever DAO on the Internet Computer. It was taken over taken over by one person who chose to develop a game. Now it's no longer a DAO, it's a game owned by someone or a few people, and from what is being said, that would change everything on the Internet Computer if this game succeeds. So we're gonna see how that goes. We're watching. Next, 5000 slices. 5000 slices was a token that we created on the Internet Computer, a DIP20 token that was an experimental token to see what happens to the price when the supply is just 5,000. Just 5,000, guys. 5,000 in total. So there's been a lot of interest in this token. We can tell by the price. The price has been moving upwards right from the start. It's been a steady upward trend, and people are holding and seeing like a lot of potential in terms of the supply and the price. What could happen to the price when the supply is this low, and so there's a lot of interest in the token. Of course, we will see how it pans out, but like we said, it's an experiment. So in the next few years, a lot is going to change, because as we continue to grow as a community, we will be building things and changing many things. So the future is full of unlimited, or how do we say that, limitless possibilities. In addition, we've added another token called Gold, and you can only mine it using your SLI tokens. That is the only way that gold can come into circulation, by staking your SLI to earn gold. And the supply is just 3,000 maximum. This is something we really considered, because we didn't want to dilute the market or create many tokens, but we've also thought SLI should have something doing besides adding as liquidity. There should be other things to be done with SLI, like staking SLI to earn gold, and gold would gradually come into circulation. So we would, for now, we can stake SLI to earn gold, and eventually, and also we can stake gold to earn gold, and eventually we will enable an option to stake the NFTs to earn gold or SLI. So there's a lot that is coming up. As we grow as community, we will continue to brainstorm and find ways that would make the token more valuable. Thank you for watching, guys. I know this was a lot, but I hope it was helpful and you learned something from it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot more slices coming up. See you again in another slice.